Now we're going to create all the functions that are going to help us, send requests, cancel all the other functions that we're going to need. So simply, for example, let me just go to create struct profile. Okay, because I want to send him like a friend request. So I have this add friend, so I want to work on all those functions so I can send him a friend request. Don't worry, this is a bit slow because I'm uploading the course in Udemy. So maybe we can go back. Let me just go back right here, and let me close all of this. Go back right here and then go to the function and then go to the user. Okay, and let me create the rest of the function. So let me copy this. This is going to be add friend. Okay, and we're going to get the ID of the user and then the token. Okay, and then all we're going to do simply, we're not going to send anything right here. This is going to be add friend. Let me just fix that. This is the routes, and also we're gonna send the ID right here. Okay, and then the token, and then we write if we have an error, we get an error. Okay, so we can take that also. This is gonna be for cancel request, and just copy paste. Okay, it's gonna be a bit simple. Now we're gonna follow, change the route to follow. Go right here now, unfollow. Okay, accept request. So make sure that the name is right. Go to the backend, then the routes, and then the user. Okay, so accept request. We're gonna have mfriend. What is the problem right here? Okay, we had this before. I'm just see what's the problem. Okay, so we have a problem right here. Now let me save so everything is fine. I can go and do unfriend. It's gonna be, sorry, unfriend right here and unfriend right here. Now the problem is gonna disappear from there. And the last thing is gonna be delete request. Okay. I can take that. And this is gonna be delete request. And this is gonna be delete request. Okay. Okay, so now the functions are ready. If we forgot something, we're just gonna go back there while working. So we're gonna go back to the friendship, and right here we get the profile. Let me see what we send right here. So we get only, okay, so we get the friendship. Also I want to get the profile ID and the user ID that I'm gonna send. So the user we can get just simply from the state. So const user, sorry, this is outside curly braces. We're gonna use the use selector, and then we're gonna get the state. I don't know why this is annoying. So spread the state, and let me get this use selector. I can't, so let me import it manually from React Redux. Okay, so now we have the user. Also need the profile ID, so I can go back to the, what is it? Was the profile box? Okay, right here. So we only send the friendship. We can set the user, or let's call it the profile ID. Okay, which is gonna be the profile._ID. And let me get that. Go back to the friendship and get it also from the props like that. Okay, so now I have also the profile ID that I want to send the request to. So for example, I can go start in with the add friend right here, and then on click, and let's call this add friend. Oh, not that. Add friend handler. Let me create this function. So right here, it's gonna be an async function. And right here, we're just gonna simply do things. Just call the function add friend from the functions, and simply we're gonna send the user that we're gonna send the request to, which is the ID, which is gonna be the profile_ID, which is this one that we get, and also want to send the token, so we can just call the user.token. Okay, like that's gonna do everything. We can use await. Okay, and then after that, to make the changes visible live, that means when I click add friend, for example, I want directly to get a direct spin added. Okay, so this is gonna change like to cancel request. That means we've sent the request. Okay, so let me just go back right here so you understand more. So I'm gonna go to set friendship. Where is it? So we're gonna get it from here. So this is the friendship. I can go back to the profile right here. Okay, we need like a setter for it. Okay, so what I can do is just go back right here, as we've done this before. So let me just remove that. Let's add like a p right here. You understand what I'm doing right now. Okay, we've done this before, and we can have a state that's called friendship. Because you see now we don't have it, that means we have a problem there, but now we create it with 1p, and this is going to be set friendship. This is going to be use state in the beginning, and it does take this one. Okay, and in the use effect, because it needs to change. Okay, and just loads. So that means when this is changing, that's the dependency, and I'm gonna go just set friendship with this friendship. Okay, like that. So now I can change the set friendship and make few changes for that. So set friendship. Okay, and I'm gonna go and split the friendship. Okay, and I'm gonna change two things. Okay, the first one is gonna be the request sent. This is gonna be now true, and also I'm gonna follow him when you like send the request. So following is gonna be also true. So let me just show you how it's gonna work. Okay, and let me see. Let me refresh here. This is my profile, and this is the other profile. This is the profile that I'm gonna send from. Okay, this is a bit slow because I told you I'm uploading, so just wait a little bit. I'm very sorry for that. So it did finally refresh, so now I can try by clicking add friend. So I'm gonna click, we're gonna get cancel request. That's just because we've changed it directly in the front end. We want to make sure that it's actually been done. So that means I gotta refresh, and if it stays, that means everything is fine. If it goes back to add friend, that means something is wrong. So let me refresh. Okay, this is still loading. Don't worry, we're gonna have the loader, so this is not gonna be showing. So now as it's load, we still have add friend, and that means something is wrong. So let me go back to the database and actually go, let me refresh this and go like for the user, which is we're gonna go to the request of QuizHawk. Let me see if we get any request there. Okay, so nothing happens, there is something wrong. So you know what we do right here, I just simply gonna go to the add friend function. I'm gonna console log the data, and then also we're gonna console log if we have any error. Okay, so before the return, go back right here. Let me open the console, refresh. Let's wait a little bit. Okay, this is actually annoying. I should stop uploading. You know, people in Europe should, and somewhere else should, you know, really understand that the connection right here in Africa is total ass. You're lucky you're there. Okay, so clear again. Now let me try again. So add friend. Okay, so we get a problem. So bad request. Let me see what's the problem. Invalid authentication. Okay, so that means there is something wrong with the token. Okay, so right here we get the token, we send it. Okay, maybe we need to add this empty right here, so it's actually counted, because this is a put which is ticked like 3 elements, I believe, 3 parameters, sorry, I believe so. So try and see. So this is like just from the top of my head, if I remember this of years of working with developments. Now let me try again. So add friend. Okay, so now it's fine, because it's been waiting until that's finished, and now it gets cancel request. Now if I refresh, it's gonna stay. Believe me, this is just while it's loading, and then we're gonna get cancel request. And as it loads, we're not gonna show anything. Okay, so don't worry about it. So it's only gonna show you cancel request directly. So now everything is fine. And if I go back right here and refresh from me, okay, this is from me. So let me go back to Will Smith profile, and let me see. Okay, what is it? So Will Smith. Okay, so the name is wrong. Let me just get the name of the from it. The okay, Sel Bilberry. Yeah, we didn't change that. I tried to be funny, but not fully. Okay, so this is like Will Smith profile, and as you see right here, we're gonna get the respond. That means he sent me a request and I can respond to it. Okay, so that means everything is all right. So one thing I want to do also, I go back right here and I want to remove this await from here. Okay, We don't need to wait for the response then set that. Or maybe you know what you can do? You can do this before. Because in Facebook they do something fast. So like for example, if I send a request, I want to see the changes directly fast. Okay, I don't want to wait. So if you wait, and then just not a cool user experience. So you do that, and if something wrong when you refresh, you're gonna see it. Okay, so this is how like actually all websites do it. Okay, so now let's work on the cancel request function, because I don't think he should send them a request after what he did to him in the Oscars. So first of all, let me go back to the user. This is cancel request. You actually don't need to get the data, but let me just also remove these console logs and also add the second parameter, which is empty. Okay, because you know we're using the params to update and not using the body, but you need to send the body for the puts. Okay, so this is the cancel request function. So I can go back to the friendship and create this function again. Okay, like I feel like if you wanna like wait until you see the changes, it's up to you, so it's not a problem for me. So this is gonna be cancel request. Okay, this is gonna be cancel request handler, and this is gonna make this false and also the following false. Okay, like that. And let me take this function and we're gonna go to the cancel request. What is it? This one. So we're gonna go right there at the image default button and then on click. Okay, and just run the function. Okay, so let's try this again. So open both. So refresh this. So everything is all right. Okay, so now when I click cancel request, I want to see add friend again. So I click cancel request. So now we are no more sending the request. So I refresh. Okay, it should say okay. So it should say add friend. So that means everything is all right. Now if I refresh again, right here, I'm not gonna see the respond. I'm gonna just see add friend. So that means the cancel request is working fine without any problem. Okay, now I want to work on the follow and the unfollow. Okay, so let me go right here and then copy this function. Let's call this follow handler. Okay, and this is gonna be just follow from the functions. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is just simply go for the follow handler. I'm just gonna go to following and make it true. That means I'm following him. Okay, and let me remove this right here. Okay, let me take that and work also on the unfollow handler, and the function is going to be unfollow from the functions. Okay, and also this is all you're going to do is take in the following right here, and this is going to make it false. So let's try that. Okay, so let me go back here and here. Let me refresh and refresh. You don't need to refresh, but because the connection is so slow, I want to make sure that gets the latest changes. Okay, so now I'm gonna click on follow. Okay, that should make it okay. When I click on follow, okay, so there's something wrong because this should follow. Okay, because I didn't actually add them to the buttons. How stupid I am. Okay, so we're gonna do it also for the friends. Okay, for the menu, we're gonna do it for them all. Okay, this is gonna be follow handler. Okay, let me take this on click. Add this also for the unfollow for the menu. This is gonna be unfollow handler and follow handler. Okay, and then also add it to the buttons, which is gonna be, what is it? Okay, so which is if you are not following, this is the button that you're gonna follow with. So this is going to be follow handler, and if you are following, if you click, you unfollow. Okay, like that. So this is going to be unfollow like that. Okay, so let me try this again. Let me refresh and refresh. Okay, so now I can click add friend, and that's add friend follow. So now I'm following him. Okay, so if I refresh, I gotta say following. Okay, let me say again. I'm not following again. This means, did we forget to add it to the functions right here in the user? Okay, it's probably forgot. Okay, let me add them right here. Also add it right here. Let me add this for the rest. Okay, I don't want to go back here anymore. Okay, also for the infriend and the delete request. It's actually, we've done it in a very organized way, to be honest with you. Okay, so if we go back to the franchise, one thing, let me just make sure. We didn't test that when we send the friend request, also following should be true. That's I'm following him. Okay, so we're gonna also try that again. So let me just see the follow first. because I didn't notice if we start following him or not. Because when you send a request, you should automatically start following. So let me click follow. Okay, now we see following. If I refresh, okay, so we're still following. Okay, so now if I follow right here also and refresh, I'm gonna say following. Okay, if I click right here, I'm gonna unfollow, and if I refresh, and now I'm unfollowing. Okay, same right here, refresh, it's gonna stay the same. Now let me send a request add friend. Okay, so automatically you'll be following. I didn't notice that, I didn't talk about it. So now if I refresh, it also says following. Okay, it didn't say following, so that means there is something wrong. Let me try this again right here. Let me just refresh just to make sure. Cancel. Okay, so now not following. So now add friend, it changes following, but that means there is something in the backend that didn't change. Okay, so we're not following. Okay, so let me just go back to the functions in the backend, then controllers, and then the user, and just go to, what is it, add friend. So we make sure we go to the receiver, which is the other one, and we add it to the request. I go also add it to the followers, and also I'm updating the following people that I follow by the receiver. Okay, so in the sender, which is me, I gotta go to my list and also add him. Okay, so that was the problem. So I told you we could go back there, but now it's like easier to imagine. Okay, so now I can cancel the request. Okay, so now we're not sending anything, and then I can try and add friend again. Okay, so add friend, so now I'm following. If I refresh, I gotta say following. Okay, and I'm saying following, so everything is all right, and I also get the respond, and when I respond to him and confirm it, then we're gonna follow him again. Okay,